Candace Owens reveals Charlie Kirk was switching from a Protestant to a Catholic. Welcome back to PTE Godcast, where we push the envelope. It's Priest Akai, aka Deacon Genesis. Big G's, not the little ones, here to feed the little ones. A lot of mystery and everything is shrouded around the cause of the Charlie Kirk assassination, and Miss Candace Owens seems to be putting some perfect pieces together to this puzzle and solving it. And not just her, a collective of other individuals as well, who are blowing the whistle to the fact that there were things leading up to the Charlie Kirk assassination, such as his political and religious alliance with Israel, Bibi Netanyahu trying to re-educate him. You know, when you get in trouble with those small hats, they try to say, let us, like they did with Kyrie Irving, and they made him say, oh, you got to take a class and we got to educate you on what not to say about us and what to say about us. And so that's what they were doing with Charlie. Candace just revealed this today. It's September 15th, 8 o'clock Pacific time. This video was from a few hours ago. And she's building her case and making a point, and other people are coming forth talking about how the FBI now is looking for another person, has the wrong person. Things are not adding up. Of course, I was live on my other channel, showed you guys this book that I have that reveals how, you know, the people in the Holy Land actually pulled the strings of all of the political juggernauts in America, from, of course, politicians to famous actors in the industry, all the way up to the president. And so we're starting to get some details now, and people are putting their life on the line, just like Charlie Kirk did, to get the truth out here. And it's pretty interesting, y'all. A lot of Protestants are switching to Catholicism, Orthodox, and reshaping the Christian field, if you will, denominations and all of that. And if you're not familiar with the Protestants, they are believers that the Christians, or the promises are now to them, and Calvinism, and then you have them versus Catholicism. And so, is this going to be a holy war within Christianity? We'll see. But the bigger point is that all of this, his theological views, had something to do with his demise. And now Bibi Netanyahu is trying to act like he was this pro-Israel Judeo-Christian. So without further ado, let's hear what his friend Candace Owens has to say about all of this.
And what Bibi didn't include there, he declined to go to Israel for, I would describe this as, like, you know, re-education camp. You know, we've seen it. You made an but we can help you. You know, we just need you to come out to Auschwitz and take a picture. Yeah. We just need you to come to the Holocaust Museum and take a photo. We just need you to go to Israel, and we can make this better. Charlie said no to Bibi. Okay. Bill Ackman, if you would like to dispute that, I would love to hear what you say happened, because our sources and what we have, it's solid. Okay. There were conversations that took place, messages that were sent at that time, and they are solid. So I decided, another person that was there, and I am not surprised this person was there if you've been listening to my show.
So there was a meeting with Bill Ackman, Seth, I believe, and they were trying to get Charlie Kirk to reconsider his views on Israel.
Seth Dillon. I was going to go to Seth Dillon, and I decided to message him last night about this Hamptons meeting. And Seth Dillon, who is normally very quick with a response, has not yet been able to respond. I'll show you this text message chain. And I want to be clear, I am not someone who normally publicizes text messages. But my friend was shot in the neck. And I'm just not really in the state right now to be polite.
Candace Owens standing on business. I got to give it to her, standing on business. Now, although I disagree vehemently with, her and Charlie's theological positions and even political worldview and ideologies, I am admitting she's standing on business. And she even says during this broadcast, she's willing to die about this.
When it comes to the answers that I am demanding.
Eventually, everything that's done in the dark will come to the light. And you guys will see that we've been telling y'all this for forever. Not just us. A lot of people know who are the people who control everything. And Charlie knows that. Candace knows that. She speaks out against it all the time. It's just the vast majority of the world, their eyes are scaled and they're blinded. There is a strong delusion.
Okay. This is me out to Seth Dillon last night. I sent him Bill Ackman's tweets because, he tweeted, I feel incredibly privileged to have spent a day and shared a meal with Charlie Kirk this summer. He was a giant of a man. I said, any comment on this one, Seth? He didn't answer last night. This morning I said, need a comment ASAP, please. He didn't answer. Then I followed that up and I said, trying again here, you were present when Ackman lost his mind on Charlie and when Bibi invited him to Israel and Charlie refused. Text messages immediately following this meeting are circulating. I find Ackman's statement, as though the meeting was somehow cordial, to be incredibly disturbing. Are you at all disturbed by that tweet? Do you feel, as I do, that this tweet significantly betrays the defined purpose and mood of his, and I presume your, final meeting with Charlie Kirk? ? He was unable to speak to me, but he did place some frantic calls to Turning Point USA. Yeah. You see, I went out to Seth, but I also went out to two other people who were at this meeting, and nobody is willing to go on record. They're all messaging each other, trying to figure out a coordinated response to say that, no, this was all quite cordial, but no one wants to go on record and describe it as cordial because they know someone's leaking.
When you go against the powers that be, you end up like Charlie Kirk. Now, it's whether I'm an Israelite, they're Christians or not. It's a honorable thing to go against the evil powers that be. Honorable to be a martyr in that aspect and not be the sheeple of the earth.
Because someone's got a guilty conscience about what happened at the Hamptons. So I will again put it out there, Seth, Bill Ackman, and to the other individuals who I have not yet named, but who are going to be named later this week.
Who
are at the Hamptons.
There's
when Charlie
more.
was put under pressure. When Bibi Netanyahu called him and invited him to Israel. Again, in a
implicating the president of Israel in this assassination mystery. Got to be careful with my words here.
Move that when it happened to me, and it wasn't Bibi Netanyahu, felt to me like a laced threat. I am
a threat.
Inviting you guys. I will give you my platform, actually, to come clear matters up, to tell us what really happened. Because, I think Charlie...
Netanyahu threatened him.
Was definitely on the brink of changing some of his perspectives. And I can tell you factually, Charlie was praying the rosary. Charlie was going to mass.
Whoa.
One of my last conversations with Charlie was me joking with him saying, just make the last step, okay? You are, I said specifically, you're too smart to be a Protestant. Just take the last.
Now, I do agree with that. You can't be smart and a Protestant. That's oxymoronic.
You are, I said specifically, you're too smart to be a Protestant. Just take the last step, Charlie. He says, ha ha. He was speaking about Mary And typically, when those steps start taking place, you stop referring to yourself, as I did, as a Judeo Christian. Again,
So Charlie was considered a Judeo Christian, but he was coming off of that. Judeo Christians don't even understand. They are funding, supporting, backing a people who is not for them or who aren't even the legitimate people. To be honest with you, you don't know what you're supporting when you're a Judeo Christian.
and it is mystifying why, Bibi was out there doing the absolute most to make sure that Charlie was basically remembered as, I would argue, like a Jew.
Whoa.
Has not been yet mentioned. I didn't hear that. Erica was very clear that Charlie was a Christian, and I believe Charlie obviously was very much a Christian, and that things are not being told truthfully. In fact, I will also call upon, since we're having fun, Turning Point USA.
Wow. Netanyahu was trying to act like he was just so pro them, but he was seeing the light. He was seeing the excuse me, he was seeing the darkness, pun intended. And I really implore you guys to go and listen to this. They Are Lying About Charlie Kirk, episode 235 on Candace Owens channel. She's going completely crazy in a good way, exposing, all right, highlighting all of these inconsistencies and cover-ups and people who are involved in this. So at the end of the day, we'll see what heat she comes with later this week. I'll be tuned in. We've been exposing those people for so long, and the world is about to see who is the devil that the Bible speaks of. So with that, I want to say peace, blessings, and I'll see y'all on the next one.